Well, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Chris Jones, and you're watching The World's Worst Fishing, where we make great fishing lures, but don't do such a good job catching fish. So you can see, I don't know if you can see it, my neighbor is burning trash. There's smoke everywhere. It's just not really coming through. But it smells awful back here because my neighbor's burning a trash pile. Yeah, there we go. There's the smoke. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in on that goodness. There it is. But anyway, not going to make too big of a deal out of it, but that's what I came home to. However, we're actually going to film something I think pretty exciting today. You know what? Let me quit filming my backyard and go ahead and get into the fish cave. Okay guys, so we're back out here in the fish cave, and today we've got a pretty exciting novelty video. So one of my viewers left a comment on a video, I don't know, maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago, and they basically gave me this idea. Use Kool-Aid powder, right, as your colorant. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to make Kool-Aid baits. I have some orange crush over here, but essentially we're gonna use Kool-Aid powder like you would have mixed up when you were a kid, and see if we can use this as our base color to then try to build a decent color and make some real baits, and then hopefully catch a fish on them. This will kind of be a fun little experiment. I'm looking forward to seeing how that stuff reacts in the plastisol. If you're going to try goofy stuff like this at home, be sure and wear all the safety materials. You don't want to mix something with hot plastic and get a bad reaction. However, if you are inclined to start mixing oddball items into your plastisol, I can't stop you from doing it. All I can do is say, be careful, because that's what I'm doing out here. I'm using precaution, and you never know what can happen. With that said, let's get our plastic cooked up and figure out what we're gonna do. Alright, so real quick before we get started on the Kool-Aid, I've got the open pour aluminum molds here from the last video, and you can see I've already poured them full. And now we need to heat them, so I stepped it up. So basically, I'm going to see if this melts the bait together a little bit better, reduces cold cracking, and blends colors together. Because the more I melt it, the more colors will blend. So let's see if we can get it going here. Oh, what the heck? There we go. So we're just going to blast the sides of these molds and get them really hot. Now, I've heard about guys doing this. This is my first time right here on camera. Okay, there we are. That's what we got out of the molds. So if we take a close look, you can see I've gotten some really lovely blending. That kind of blue side, the red belly. Basically, I wanted like a red belly brim color. So, yeah, there's not a single cold crack in that. It's from a standpoint of pouring. I poured this one really well, and the heat definitely melted all of those layers together in a really great way. Okay, here we go. So if that's not about the goofiest thing you've ever seen, then I would really like to know what it is. So here we go. 4 cups of worm plastic, 4 different colorants, and then a couple molds to go with it. Angling AI punch bug, that's the Angling AI jerkbait, and that is the Angling AI kicker tail worm. And then if we have much plastic left over, I may make something else. So anyway, we're just gonna, I guess, you know what, we'll just start from the left. We'll do this one first and work our way down, maybe even do some laminates. or the whole thing could fail miserably and it doesn't work. And then at which point I'll film something else. But here we go. This is the Kool-Aid Soft Plastic Bait Challenge. Okay, here we go. There is our Kool-Aid. And let's put some of this in. Going to get my glove on. Okay, this is, what is this? This is cherry. Where's it say? Yeah, cherries. This is cherry Kool-Aid powder in hot plastic. Okay, well, it hasn't exploded. That's good. Definitely smells like Kool-Aid. You never know how this stuff's going to react, considering that it's made to be mixed in with water, not liquid plastisol. You know, that's already doing better than the coffee did. You guys remember the coffee? You know, that's not half bad. That even looks kind of cherryish. So I think what we'll do is maybe add some black flake to that and sort of make a cherry worm. Cherry with black flake. That did really well. So just to give you a close-up, you can see there's still kind of some little specks of it in there. I don't think it's going to completely mix in all together. But that, I gotta say, I'm thoroughly surprised there. So let's add some 0.035 black flake, sort of a little cherry pepper here, and I tell you, that really has not bubbled it up like at all. That's not half bad. You know what? I'm going to figure out an additional color glitter to put in that. Then we're going to make some Kool-Aid baits. Okay, I knew it wasn't that lucky. Went to reheat it, and bubbles galore. So that's why we keep the vacuum chamber around. We're going to put this in the vacuum chamber, and hopefully that works, and then we'll come right back. Well, it got the air out. But that's what happens when there's too much air in the plastic and it overflows the cup. The good news is I can literally peel that up, put it back in the cup, reheat it, and then we'll be good to go. So that is kind of worst case scenario if you're using a vacuum chamber. But this isn't the first time this has happened. You know, like I said, I can just peel it up and then put it back in the cup. And then we'll be good to go. Okay, so after fighting bubbles for about 25 minutes, I found that when I put this back in the microwave, it would just keep bubbling no matter how many times I put it in the vacuum chamber. But it seemed to work the first time before it went to the microwave. So what I'm going to do is just try to do it again and do it real quick. Just mix everything up right here, right now, and just get one shoot out of it, because I don't think Kool-Aid is capable of being reheated in the microwave. It just didn't work. So I wanted to add some small gold flake to it. That's the only thing that stopped me before. So let's see if this works okay. Like I said, we're just kind of doing this again and doing it quickly. So that we can avoid going to the, yeah, see, it's weird. It works perfectly just like that, but you put it in the microwave and it blows up. Like, here's the old stuff. Doesn't even look the same anymore. So let's just do this as quickly as possible. We'll do some kicker tails over here. Let me move the camera. Angling AI kicker tails. Okay, and we'll do some regular, these are just regular 6.5 inch finesse worms. I went ahead and dug those out. Hopefully that worked. Okay, first ever Kool-Aid baits. Drum roll please. Let's see what we got. Or not. Come on. There we go. Hey, hey. Check that out. It wasn't easy, but we have some workable baits. Those are not half bad. What do you guys think? So, yeah, there we go. Some nice finesse worms there. How about that? Dead on plastics. The only plastisol you're gonna catch me putting Kool-Aid in, that's for sure. Okay, next up, we're gonna do grape. There's our grape Kool-Aid. And again, we want, oh man, that smells awesome. So you don't have to add scent to your Kool-Aid baits. They already smell like the flavors. It smelled like cherries up in here earlier. Let's see, we need to see what this looks like. See what kind of flake we might add to it. It's like a grayish purple. It's not as purple as I was hoping that it would be. However, I think we're gonna kind of make like a Junebug silver with it. You can see I've got some flake that I kind of picked out, just kind of anticipating what this might look like. So this grape stuff may not mix up as well. Okay, there it goes. It's looking a little bit better. Either way, we got to get moving because I don't want to have to put this in the microwave. So we're going to add some green flake to it. That's the small stuff, 0.015, and then some 0.062 square cut silver, just for texture. So kind of two opposite ends of the spectrum. You got small hexagon flake and then large square cut flake. And we're going to make some crawls with this. This is the new Angling AI punch bug. Alright. This should be enough to shoot that mold. That mold does require quite a bit of plastic. But here we go. Because it is 8 cavity. Yeah, we got it. Alright, so we're going to hold a little bit of pressure. There's the color right there. Not the prettiest, but not the worst that I've ever made. Okay, let's see what we have. This is grape Kool-Aid, Junebug silver, sort of. Or, I don't even know what you call it. Come on. Molds with lots of cavities with little ridges on them are a little more difficult to separate sometimes. Those baits really like to stick. You know what, guys? I'm sorry. That is freaking cool. Look at that. No, it's not Okeechobee Crawl or some of those real stunners, but that's not bad. Yeah. Guys, there's nothing wrong with that. That is not a bad little color. It almost has a pink hint to it, like a cotton candy. So I actually think those will do pretty good. Let's slide the bath over here into view, and we'll just plump them down there. Get them all get them all straightened out. There we go. Okay, next up is the Tropical Punch. Yeah, there it is. I ripped off the label, but it's Tropical Punch. And it's kind of like a light pink. Yeah. Smells really nice. Let's get that mixed in real quick. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some flake, of course. We're gonna add some Little Black, 0.015. This stuff basically just looks like pepper. Come on now. Come on now. There we go, pepper. Alright, so we're going to pepper it up. And then we're going to add some of this blue over here. This is medium size, 0.035. Okay. Keeping the colors pretty simple today. You know, just a base color, all solid colors, maybe just 1 or 2 flakes. And that's the way it is with this Kool-Aid stuff. So, alright, here we go. Let's see if we can get 2 molds of the jerk baits out of it. It's going to be close. Okay. I think I got it. We'll find out. Okay, there we go. There are our Kool-Aid Tropical Punch Plum Apple jerkbaits there. So, yeah. Not too bad. Not a color I would normally make for a jerkbait, but this is not a normal night of bait making. Okay, for the last item here, we're stepping into the realm of the Orange Crush powder. Come on, baby. There we go. Tear here, okay? Okay, so that's like a super light orange. I figured it was going to be a lot more orange than that, so not a lot of color in this. But let's see how it does. Yeah, definitely a nice little light orange. Okay. I imagine it is much the same kind of thing as Kool-Aid. It's acting kind of the same way. So we're going to attempt to do some swirled hand pours here, or divided hand pours. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to bring in the divider cup, and we're going to pour some on each side. Okay, but we're going to add some flake as quick as we can. I preheated the cup in hopes that it wouldn't just completely cool off the plastic, because much like the Kool-Aid, I probably cannot microwave that. So little teeny tiny blue, that's the 0.004. So that's as small as flake gets that I've ever found. Okay. So again, we're just going to kind of cut a few corners here and just get stuff. Stir it in as much as we can, and I like using little flake like that because it pretty much just acts as a color at that point. Okay, so now let's see if we can pour a few of these before it starts setting up. So the divider cup again lets you pour kind of 2 continuous streams of plastic. I'm just going to pour these as quickly as I can. They're going to look real sloppy from a pouring point of view, but I don't care. Yes, I'm aware that these are Gator colors. I live in Tallahassee, Florida. I cheer for the Seminoles, even though they kind of suck right now. So, any of you Gator fans, enjoy this, because this is not what I normally do. Okay, well, I didn't get great results out of the hand pours. The color is actually pretty cool, just kind of the random blend of the two. However, most of the cavities, I think I was just pouring them so quickly that they didn't really fill in. So I only got 3 worms that are like full body. That's a really cool custom hand pour worm I had made. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss those in the bath, and then we're gonna lay out everything that we made tonight, and just kind of take a quick look as an overview. And wow, we did it! Kool-Aid baits, everybody. Alright, and there are the 2 red belly sunfish swim baits that we kind of started the video with. So that is the final product right there. I only dipped them about halfway up, the clear dip, but really happy with the way that these came out. I actually kind of like the green tails going on. I think it blends well with that blue up top. So yeah, definitely getting better at this technique, but just wanted to show you these with the eyeballs on after they were dipped and fully completed baits. Okay everybody, there is just a little layout of our Kool-Aid and Orange Crush baits. One thing I've noticed, a lot like when we used, what was it? Whenever we did the Hobby Lobby video, we did, I don't remember what it was called. It was like a concentrated coloring dye. Don't remember exactly what it was, but these bleed a lot for sure. But we can kind of take a closer look and just kind of see what all we have. So I know you've already seen these, but I always like to get a family photo of our work. I had a really great idea going on with that hand pour worm, just didn't pull it off. I like that color better than these other ones. But anyway, now we're going to run these around to a few little ponds. I won't have time to take the nitro out tomorrow. It's just, golly, the Christmas season is so busy. Okay everybody, we made it. I told you I probably wouldn't be able to go fishing, but fishing we are going. So we're gonna head out. Now this is my shad playground, so hopefully we'll get on some swim bait and Alabama rig bite today. But we also brought the Kool-Aid baits and a couple of rigs to throw those on, so we're just gonna kind of see if we can get some fish going and try to catch some on the Kool-Aid baits as well while we're here. Alright, well, I've been out here about an hour and a half, hadn't had a single bite, guys. It is perfect conditions. I don't understand what's going on. But we're going to try some Kool-Aid baits. This is the kicker tail, just on a Texas rig, got a little bullet weight. So, yeah, I have struck out on the Alabama rig, chatterbait, big swim bait. Now we're going to slow it down and pitch around some of these banks with the worm. See if we can get one for you guys. Well, we're still out here trying them. Nothing. Can't get a bite on anything. Out here tossing these Kool-Aid worms around. Haven't been bitten yet on the Alabama rig, chatterbait, swim bait, or worm. Can't get a bite on that. Can't get a bite on that, and surprisingly, we can't get a bite on this. Well, as you can see, everything you're looking at there is grass. It's all hydrilla. Now, I've seen one school of shad, but we're just kind of running around trying to see if we can find some fish. You know, normally this lake isn't quite this grassed out. I came here in October and kicked their butts when there was more grass, but yeah, we're just kind of cruising around looking for some clue, looking for bait, really. There's so much shad out here. Problem is there's all this grass for them to hide in this year. A little bit of bait right there. Not a lot, but we're getting deeper, so yeah, I'm trying to just kind of pinpoint something to where I can hopefully put my bait in front of some fish. So anyway, we've tried a few Kool-Aid baits. We're going to tie on some other ones next and keep trying to catch one. Yeah, throwing throwing these Kool-Aid worms down. That's a bald eagle right behind me. Throwing these Kool-Aid worms down this grass edge is my Hail Mary. If I can't do it here, then we're gonna head to the house. I can only take so many hints that they ain't biting. But since I finally had some time to actually get on my boat and fish, you know, I wanted to give it more than just a few hours. But it's not looking likely that we're gonna do anything here, which is a real shame because this lake has been stellar in December and the wintertime, probably the last 5 or 6 years in a row. Just come out here and just laid the smack down on them. So not really sure what to think, other than that's bass fishing. Well, that sucked.